All right. I guess it doesn't really matter as much if you guys have your video on for this one. It's always helpful for me to be able to watch. Obviously, we're not doing as much like strength stuff. So if y'all don't want to, I guess that's all right. But if you want any feedback, definitely do. So to get started, we're going to start off on our left leg with our lacrosse or tennis ball. I've got my handy dandy lacrosse ball here. And we're just going to put it underneath your calf, and you're going to just roll. You're going to start at the bottom and just kind of roll side to side and up. We're going to do this for about 30 seconds. If you find a really particularly tight spot, sit on it and just rotate. Scoot back so you can see a little bit more. Rotate your ankle in a circle. So we got about 15 seconds left, and we're just going to work our way up. So if you want to get a little on the side, you do that. Welcome to my desk area. It's a disaster. Got all kinds of fun fitness things over here. All right, so we're going to go from there. We're just going to work our way up the leg. So again, hamstring. You're probably going to want to elevate yourself a little bit more on this one. So I've got now pushing actively into the ground. And if you find a really tight spot, just kind of sit on it for a second, dive down into it, roll around a little bit. If you want something that's a little bit more forgiving, but also a little larger, it might be easier for the hamstring. Activating that tissue. Go ahead and grab your soccer ball. Then we get real fun. You got about 10 seconds left on that one. And then we're going to move up to what we call our piriformis. So it's right here on your backside, right kind of below your hip bone. And you're going to put, oh, that feels terrible, but in a good way. Put the ball there. You're going to lift up your leg, bring it in, rotate it out, and push it out. Now let's do 5 of those. So you're going to come up, in, out, and down. And I'm going to turn sideways so you can kind of see where I'm at. Right about there. Up, in, out, and down. Let's do 5 of those. And then I'm going to shift over onto my side, and we're going to do our glute. And then we're going to go to the other leg. So I'll give everybody about 15 more seconds. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the ball on the ground. And let's see, the best way to do this is probably going to be, I'm going to demonstrate on my right side just because it's going to be easier for you guys to see. So ball on the ground, and you're going to wind up digging in right about there. So come here, lay it down. Probably going to be, you're going to want to plant this leg here and then just lift that leg. Start there. If that's all you can take, because it's pretty intense, that's all right. If not, or if you want a little more, you can work up and down. If you want more pressure, start to lengthen this leg. You can probably tell by my face there as I winced, went a little bit too much too soon. So I'm going to go about halfway. If you can get it to where you're all the way out, great. And then same thing, you can come up or you can come in. So let's keep working that glute for another about 45 seconds. I'm going to give you guys a little bit more time on this one. Play with it a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and hit my left side. Stay with you guys. This gets to be a recovery session for me too. Doesn't feel like it's quite in the right spot. You can roll around a little bit. Let's go for about another 20 seconds. And in 8 seconds, go ahead and sit back up. And we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. So start on the right leg, on the calf, and just roll it out.
Can I help you?
Another 15 seconds, rolling out. For me, try to focus a little bit more on my shin on this leg. I know that's a spot that gets tight for me, so I'll roll it inside a little bit more. Hit that. Make sure you get all the way up. If you find a really tight spot, rotate the ankle. All right, let's go ahead to the hamstring. Alternative, again, just giving you guys options. If you want to roll on it, roll on it. If you want to be a little bit more pointed, take the ball in your palm, dig it in, so pushing in. It's a rather small lacrosse ball, so for me, this probably is actually a little bit more effective.
Wait, who? Yeah.
So what we're doing actually is really just making our body aware of all the muscle tissue, trying to get it to relax a little bit, and then we'll run through a series of stretches. It'll actually be a modified, honestly, it's a modified yoga vinyasa. That will be the rest of our session once we get through some of this initial work. All right, let's go ahead to the piriformis. So that's the one that's on the back side here. And once you find your spot, for me, it's about right there. Lift, pull, rotate, extend. Got 5 reps. I have an ungodly amount of cracking happening in my hip right now. It's all right. That's happening to you. Two more reps. All right, and now go ahead and lie on your side. Get that glute from the side. So again, here, leverage yourself. The longer this leg is, the more intense it's going to be. Rotate, pull up, however it is that you want it. Give you guys a full 45 here, or another 45. So about a minute total. Then we're going to flip over real quick, get our quads, and then we're going to work into some T-spine mobility. So some rotation, some stuff there, and then we'll get into that stretching flow. Got another 20 seconds. All right, in 5 seconds, join me. Flipped over, ball is gonna go, start on our left side again. Ball is gonna go at the knee first, and you're just gonna kind of roll around on it. And then if you find a tight spot, you're gonna flex your foot. So starting here, roll, and let's say I got a tight spot right here. I'm just gonna flex on it there. A couple times. And then keep it moving. So find your spots. If you want to rotate it on the inside of your thigh a little bit, you can get that. Try to stay off the outside of your IT band though. Move it all the way up closer to your hip. If that's where you're tight. Find your spots. You got about 10 seconds left. Then we're going to flip over and hit the right side. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Ooh. This will be 30 seconds, so you got about 15 or so left. All right, in 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go ahead and grab your soccer ball. And so we're going to do 2 different stretches with this. The first one, I'm going to demo from the side here. So you're going to use this actually to find my foam roller. All right, I'm just going to go and show you with the ball. So the ball is going to go right between your shoulder blades to start. Hopefully it's not going to squirt away on me. My hands are going to go behind my head, and I'm just going to arch back over the ball. Then I'm going to tuck my chin, come up, roll back one vertebrae, and then come back again. Tuck my chin, hips up, roll down, replace my hips on the ground. I never want to bend while my hips are up. So once my hips are on the ground, down and back. And you're going to go down about 4 times, reset, and do it again. So you're going to do that all the way down. Probably about 4 times will be enough. That'll cover your thoracic spine. So you don't want to go any lower than about here. You don't want to get down into this bottom area of your spine. And we're going to do that and then go back to the top and start again. So go ahead and do that twice. If you have a foam roller, you can do this really well with a foam roller as well. Start here, back, and down. Give you guys about another 15 seconds. If I had time to go through a foam roller or go find a foam roller and do 2 reps, you should have had time to do 2 as well. And there. All right, next one. We're gonna go open book. So if you have a foam roller, you can do it this way, where you lay your leg on the foam roller like that. If you have your ball, you're just going to put your knee on the ball to elevate. Head's going to lie flat. I'm going to elevate mine because it's just really weird to talk with my ear and my arm. So then you're going to come open and across. Head is going to look the other way. I'm going to talk towards the mic, but my head would be facing that way. And then back down. So just like this. So an actual rep would look like this. Okay, my eyes follow my hand the entire time. So let's go ahead and do 8 of those per side. So do 8 nice and slow, control it, twisting from your core and your center. So really you're twisting from the middle of your spine. Open it up and then come back down. 8 per side should feel really good. Your body should already be feeling a little bit better, more alive than it was. I know you guys are pretty banged up. Playing a lot, playing in the cold, it's not super fun. So this stuff becomes really important to make sure you're taking care of your body. Or if you're just old like me. If you want to add a little extra, get professional on it, inhale. Big on your way in. Exhale on the way back down. Give you guys about another 20 seconds. I think that should be enough. Good. In 5, 4, wrap up your last rep and relax. Okay. Now we're going to pop into a stretching sequence. So if you have like a yoga mat or something, great. I'm just doing this so I'm not slipping all over my carpet. So we're going to start off very simply, like I'm going to start off at the back of my mat, and let's just forward fold into a good hamstring stretch. So you might notice that you can go a little farther than you're used to from all that rolling we did earlier. Kind of loosened up the muscle, got it to relax a little bit, unlocked a little bit of range of motion. I'm normally someone who hangs about here. Right now, I can almost get my palms flat on the ground. So as you do this, consistently push your hips back. Really feel the stretch back here. All right, let's go ahead, walk our hands out, and we're just going to go into a regular downward dog. So just straight out of a yoga playbook, walk forward and push back. So you're pushing your head in between your hands. Chest is tall, but pushing back towards your knees. Hips stay elevated, and you should feel a good stretch in your calves and your hamstrings. And let's go ahead and now add a little ankle mobility to it. So just pedal your ankles. You see I'm moving my dropping knee to knee, trying to push my calf, or trying to push my heel a little bit closer to the ground each time, stretching out my calf. Make sure that you're still pushing back with your hands, keeping your hips elevated. And we're going to go into three-legged dog. So you're going to pull your right knee. So for me, this is my right. I know it's probably backwards for you guys on Zoom. You're going to pull it into your chest and then push it to the sky. So we're still here. Pull in, push up. So I'm not opening way up this way. I'm pushing straight up here and rocking on that left ankle. Let's go for about 20 seconds. We're already 10 into it. In 5 seconds, you're going to come into a inline lunge with your right foot forward. So land here. And I want you to rotate on this front ankle 10 times clockwise, 10 times counterclockwise. From there, let's push forward a little bit. You have to drop the back knee to get a little bit more range. That's cool. Push that ankle forward. Push that knee out over your toes, but make sure your front heel is on the ground. And then we're going to get real yoga on you. So go ahead and elevate that back heel. Now let's come up into warrior one. So you're here if you want to have your hands up. Get that balance. And rotate the hips into two. And then come all the way back. And this is really what we're trying to get to, is this stretch right here. Go ahead and straighten the back leg. Reach high to the sky. You can straighten the front leg a little bit. That's cool too. And just hold this for about another 10 seconds. And then we're going to come all the way back down. You come through all those motions again. And let's go ahead and step back. You're back in downward dog. Pedal it out real quick. And then we're going to go into three-legged dog on the other side. So left knee comes into the chest and then pushes up to the sky. 20 seconds worth of here. And then let's land forward in the lunge. And you got 10 rotations. And you guys can see it probably a little better on this side. I'm really trying to rotate around this ankle. 10, and then 10 counterclockwise. Once you've done that, drop the back knee, push forward, get a nice hip flexor stretch here, work the ankle here. Hooray, multitasking. All right, come back up into the lunge and all the way up. Warrior one. I think I'm going to put this in my whoop as a yoga session. I think this should count. All right, warrior two. So rotate a little bit. Your back heel is now down. So it was here, now it's here. And stretch it back. This is also the most yoga I've done in 6 months, at least. All right, come back to two, rotate, back down, and let's get back one last time in a downward dog. Let's just hold it here for about 15 seconds. You want to pedal out one more time, go ahead and pedal ankles. And then I want you to scoop down, and this should feel real good. Feet come flat on the ground, chest is tall, shoulders are down away from the ears. And hold here for a good 30 seconds. Make sure you kind of find your breathing again. Inhale, exhale. You know how breathing works. All right, in 5 seconds, we're going to go back into child's pose. So child's pose, your knees are going to stay on the ground. You're going to move your butt back over them, push back, and reach long. This should feel really good. All right, take your hands, walk them to the right side. So you should get a lot of stretch on that left side. Create as much length as possible. Maybe even walk your left hand out just a little bit farther. For another 5 seconds, then we're going to walk it all the way over to the right. And go. Another 10 seconds back to the middle one more time. All right, back to the middle. Nice and wide. Really try to sink your hips back onto your ankles. I'm sure an actual yoga teacher would have a better cue, but I'm not an actual yoga teacher. I just know how to stretch. All right. Now we're going to just rotate right up, tabletop, and we're going to go cats and cows. So arch your back, round it out, nice and smooth. Let's go 10 of each. Inhale up, suck your belly button into your spine. Exhale out. Try to move from the hips. Tuck them, and then push them away. If you're already done 5 of them, you're moving too fast. Now you should be about halfway done. Make sure your shoulders are down away from your ears. Don't be in here. About 10 more seconds. Should be enough time for 2 reps. All right, and then last 2 stretches last 3 things we're gonna do. From this position, let's take your right hand to your right ear. Duck inside, open up. Let's do 10 of these, 10 rib pulls. Make sure your hips stay square. Don't let them come too far open. Rotating through the spine. So you can let them go a little, but don't let them come forward. Ten more seconds. And switch sides. So left hand to left ear. Tip it down inside. Open up. Four more, at least for me. So if you're on roughly my timing, that's 3, 2, and 1. All right, last stretch. We're going to hold this one for a minute each. Take your right leg. Come up here. Let's go in pigeon. If you want a little bit more, cool trick. Take your left leg. Just walk it a little bit more behind you. So now my left foot is behind my right hip. I know it's kind of hard to tell with the angle because I can come this way a little bit. So if this is straight back, now I just come across my body. And this is now pulling like crazy. I'm actually going to back off a little bit and sit down a little bit more into the stretch. Got about 35 seconds left. Then we're going to do this on the left leg. And unless anyone has any requests for any correctives, anything that's particularly bothering them, that's all I got for the group. It's about another 20 seconds or so. Maybe 15. Where are we at? Yeah, about 15, 10, 3, 2, 1. All right, back out of it nice and easy. Go ahead and switch. Hold that left one underneath. I lied. We're going to do one more. We're going to do a quad hip flexor stretch. And then we'll be done. Technically, we have up to 45 minutes. So, but I am happy. If anybody has any anything in particular they want to get stretched out, go ahead and pop out of this real quick and type it in the chat. And I will add it. And anybody who wants to stay and stretch more, we got it. Do upper body. We really done a lot of leg, but we can definitely do like some adductor, whatever you guys need. Or Alan, if you have anything that you know a couple people in the group need, just shout it out. $15 seconds left. Shoulders away from the ears, nice and tall for 3, 2, 1. All right, nice and easy. Come out of it. All right, so we kind of did this a little bit in the yoga part, but now we're going to focus more on the back leg. So for me, I'm going to go left leg up, and I just want you to rock. Hold 1, 2, and then come out. And let's do 10 reps of that. If you want to add a little bit more, so the right leg is the one that's down, right arm up, come in, twist, and then out. Make sure you untwist before you come out. Twist. I got 4 more if you guys are sticking up my count. Last one. Good. Switch legs. I say good like any of you have your camera on. You don't have your cameras on. You're all stretching like cowards. Or in privacy or your own homes or something. I'm going to go ahead and add that twist. I got 6 more. Last one. All right. Does anybody have anything that they would like to get stretched? Either individual or for the group? I'll give you guys about 15 seconds to type something. If not, this is our last session for the winter. It's been awesome working with you guys. I know Cody feels the same way. Sad that we're wrapping up on Zoom here, but it's also I'm also not, because it's 35 degrees outside, and that'd be terrible. So great to work with you guys. You guys got better, and that really means a lot, because that means you guys were listening and putting in the work, and hopefully some of it you guys are doing at home as well. If you guys want to train with me in the gym, you guys know how to reach me, either through coach or I think a couple of you guys have my card with my email, or I've given you my email. So feel free to reach out and come see me in the gym for more speed and agility there on a more individual basis, or small groups, or for some weight training. So that's all I got, Alan, unless you got something else. No one's chatting me any other requests. I don't even know if Alan's there anymore. He might have just put himself on mute and left. All right. That's it. And that's all, boys. Y'all be good. And see you when I see you. Appreciate y'all.